I thought I'd go out tonight and put together a little video about thrift stores. Let's go around back and have a look. Tore up baby stroller, that'd be good for scrap, but obviously I'm not gonna take that. But as you can see, there's just tons of stuff in here, but none of it's really sellable. A lot of it's used and dirty, and a lot of times people just kind of dump their garbage at these thrift stores, almost like they're going to the landfill, you know. And I think there's a load right over here that someone has dumped since this place closed. Some old CRTs I can't do nothing with. Nice little pair of Nikes, now they're tore up too. But this thrift store in particular rarely puts things of value in here other than scrap metal. It's just, I mean, there's a bunch of baby clothes in here, I suppose. They could be salvaged, but that's about it. There's lots of stuff in here that's usable, but not sellable, you know. There's just a big difference. I'm sure for the right person, those baby clothes could probably be sellable somewhere. But not me. I don't really do clothes. What do we got here? They're sealed in cellophane. Italian Symphony. Those are all sealed. Huh. Well, not all of them. Some of them. Anyways, nothing of real value in here. And this blanket here is just so gross and disgusting. You touch it and dust comes off of it. It's just... A lot of times people are just dumping their garbage at these places. I know in my Goodwill dumpster video, a lot of people have bad feelings towards Goodwill. There's just so much stuff out there. I mean, these other thrift stores, and there's tons of them around here, they're getting plenty of stuff to sell. Probably more than they can handle also. From thrift store to thrift store, I'm hitting apartment dumpsters as well. Picked up some skibble scabble, little pizza maker. It's actually pretty nice shape. It came from a newlywed couple that threw out all their old stuff with their new gift registry boxes and stuff from their marriage. So I have a suspicion that pizza maker there works fine. It's one of those deals that spins around. It's in really nice shape. They probably got a brand new one, so they just tossed the old one. That pizza maker's working perfectly. Super hot. It's got pizzazz. But here's why I wanted to show you these books over here. Check that out. Herman Melville's Moby Dick. It's in great shape. I'm gonna look at Amazon and see if that's worth some money. It's probably not worth a whole lot. It could be some kind of special edition, so I'll definitely check that out before I take it to the library. Normally when I donate books to the library, it's for their sell room where they'll sell it for 50 cents or $1. But something like that they might actually put right on their shelf, because that's just nice. Here's another similar deal. Complete works of William Shakespeare. That's real nice too. I don't know if that's gonna be worth any money or not. I'll definitely check it out before I drop it at the library though. That's just a 2009. But you never know. And this really old book here, A History of Western Music. These textbook type books can be worth some good money on Amazon. Oh, it's 2010. That's unbelievable. I can't believe that's a 2010 book. Wow, it looks really old. Well, never mind. But I'll drop it at the library. And then we've got the Life Appreciation Study Bible. That'll go to the library as well. It's in good shape. I gotta take all these pieces of paper and stuff out of it first. But Salvation Army's down the street. We're gonna go check that out real quick. Here's the Salvation Army. I don't see any value in here. Some interesting old plates. That's kind of neat, boy. Huh. Hey, old Coca-Cola plate, boy. I'm surprised they didn't keep that. Let's take that one home and have a look at it. I'm also gonna take this little Let It Snow snowman bowl. It's interesting. Hey, that's one of my totes right there. I'll definitely have that. Shoot, what was in it? Well, I guess they are throwing away some things of value. A sealed Hot Wheels truck. That's definitely something I'm surprised they threw away. And I know you've heard me talk about these Rubbermaid totes before. This is how good they are. See how smashed up that thing is? It was just smashed in there, and it will slowly regain its shape and just be perfect again. Dale Earnhardt sealed 2003 calendar. I can't believe they threw that away. That would definitely sell. Look at this. What is going on here? I'm really surprised at all this. Little Matt Kenseth NASCAR action figure. Factory sealed. Little Disney Mickey Mouse NASCAR. Factory sealed. I can't believe they threw this stuff away. Wow. I know who wants that. That jewelry. Oh, you're kidding me. I can't believe it. I just can't believe this. 1997 first editions. Why would they throw this away? I know it's not super valuable, but I simply can't believe that the Salvation Army would throw this away. It's just amazing to me. Maybe they didn't know what was in that tote and that someone just threw it in here. There's no explanation for them to throw away all these sealed Hot Wheels. Huh. Little bracelet. Ben Wallace Detroit Pistons. That's got a $5 tag on it. They were trying to sell this stuff and it didn't sell. Maybe they made a mistake. Maybe they tagged it up and they were supposed to put it on the floor. Someone made a mistake. One of the employees maybe made a mistake and threw it out here. That whole tote was full of these. And I know these would sell. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind all this stuff would sell. Now they might have to mark it down a little bit, but them Hot Wheels would definitely sell. Little Carhartt car. Corgi Formula One car. That's interesting. Little M&M's USB desk light. That's kind of interesting. Huh, factory seal. All this stuff's factory sealed. That's what makes it valuable. Those two actually look like they got some age to them. Huh. More jewelry and stuff down there. This lock bar here is making it tough on me. I normally would jump up there, but it's right in my way. I'm gonna dig all that stuff out of there and show it to you. Alright, here's what else was in there. Actually, there's some interesting little gold necklaces that I'm gonna take home and have a look at underneath the eyeglass. The rest of it looks like just fashion jewelry. Interesting little ring. I think that's just fashion jewelry though. Always want to check out these necklaces. It's surprising how many times they're actually real gold. The stupid part about this whole deal is I was just going to give Salvation Army the benefit of the doubt and say they didn't throw anything valuable in there. And if it wouldn't have been my kind of tote, I wouldn't even have yanked this tote out of there. I just would have been under the impression there was nothing valuable in that dumpster. There might be 20 factory sealed Hot Wheels toy cars and stuff in there. There's action figures, that Dale Earnhardt 2003 calendar. I can't just see how a Dale Earnhardt 2003 factory sealed calendar wouldn't sell. That's got to be a collector's item. I don't want to damage those factory sealed packages, so I'm just going to get a little double decker action going here. Here we've got the Northwest Medical Center Auxiliary Thrift Shop and Donation Center, and I never actually paid attention to this sign. I didn't realize it was for medical centers. That's pretty cool. Let's go around back, have a look. Oh yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff in this one. This one might have some value to it. That's kind of interesting, actually. It's got a CD in it. $24.95 price tag. I'm going to have to run that one through Amazon as well. Renaissance National Geographic Society. Usually the National Geographics are so mass-produced that they're not worth reselling. Oops. Whatever it is, I call it scrap metal. Also known as money. There might be quite a bit in this dumpster actually. Homage to Italy. These big coffee books can be worth a nice bit of money. Definitely. Gonna have a look at that one. I didn't see all these books in here. Everything's Scrabble. There's a little music textbook. If you haven't watched my videos before, textbooks, very valuable sometimes. This mass-produced stuff, there's not any online resale value really. Nikola Tesla, he was a cool dude. Puzzle book. Actually some neat books in here. I am going by, there's a Bible Times, a Junk Chic. I'm going by the library already. So actually I'm going to take a lot of these books straight to the library. Now that I think about it, it's an interesting one. Another William Shakespeare, The Complete Works. Second time tonight we found that book. That's a different edition. I just looked at that on Amazon. That's worth far less than that other style I found earlier. That's a brass shower head. And some remotes. Fishing reel crank. I can't take all these books to the library. I mean, I'll just be overloaded. I didn't realize there was so many in here. Aluminum pan. That's always a welcome sight. Dumpster's just packed with stuff. I kind of wanted to make this video in part because, like I kind of mentioned earlier, it seems like Goodwill has a real bad rap out there on YouTube. And, you know, if you come at it from the perspective that they're a charity, then you find out that they're not, then yeah, you're gonna be a little angry. But they don't claim to be a charity. They're a business. It's just that Goodwill, the reason they're called Goodwill is because they do good things for people, such as job education and job placement and that type of stuff, for people that don't want to be on charity, that want to go out there and make their own way, you know. So there's actually another way to look at Goodwill, you know. Some charities are just feeding people's laziness, you know, the people that depend on charity, that don't, you know, that are physically able to work and stuff, and just out there. There's a little textbook, a little literature book. So it's actually kind of a different way to look at Goodwill when you start realizing that their Goodwill focuses on people that want to have a job and that want to go out there and be productive members of society, whereas some charities are just feeding people's, you know, just enabling people to sit on their couch and do absolutely nothing. So there's a different way to look at that. But Goodwill is definitely a business, and they don't try to fool people. They don't say they're a charity. So I think once you kind of realize that, then maybe they don't deserve such a bad rap. I'm pretty sure there's videos on YouTube that kind of play with your emotions about Goodwill. They've helped millions of people find jobs and better their lives, so there's definitely another way to look at it. And I kind of just wanted to point out, these thrift stores that accept donations, they just get so much stuff. I mean, there's definitely plenty to go around. Middle Ages. What's that National Geographic one? Actually, you know what? Library could probably sell that one. And the books I'm grabbing out of here for the library won't be going on their shelves. It will be going in their sell room, and I'll sell them for 50 cents, you know, what have you. George Foreman grill. This is actually the dumpster last summer where I made a video where I found 13 George Foreman grills just laying on top. And people were asking me in that video, why do they just throw that stuff away? Well, it's because they had 13 George Foreman grills, you know, and they probably got. You know, some of it is wastefulness. The reason why these dumpsters in our society are packed full of stuff, but mainly it's just the product of living in a successful economy. And overproduction. Overproduction is the number one thing. The number one is the root at all of this. You know, and then not valuing your possessions because of overproduction. And then they kind of go hand in hand and feed into each other. There's a little, look at that, teacher's edition music textbook that might have some good value to it. I think that's gonna about do it. Get rid of this big chunk of plastic. That's a lot of books. Okay. To the left is the ones we might be able to sell. To the right, they're gonna go to the library. Have a look at that one. Scrap metal. Scrap metal. Whoa. Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah, we can work the same thing.
Yeah, I beat you to it. I'm sorry, man.
Oh, hell, you're good.
I'm making a YouTube video.
Already,
you don't mind being on camera, do you? I'll totally edit it out if you want me to.
No, that's fine.
Sorry, man.
No,
What kind of stuff you after?
Yeah, you want to hit a good one, go to the Samaritan House.
Over there on Sunset?
Yeah. They're really good.
Yeah.
This ain't nothing here.
Nah, that's mainly just scrap metal on these books.
You could take a truckload out of that one.
You ever go to the Goodwill?
No, that day the cops were actually catch you over.
The one over there on Sunset?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, they call the cops when they see you over there.
Huh. They don't have any signs up or nothing. Oh. Do you ever see these books in here a lot? Do you ever see these books in here a lot?
I didn't sit in here yet.
Do you see books in here a lot?
Oh, there's books in here every time I've been over.
Man, some of these books are valuable, man.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You can sell them on Amazon. If you look on Amazon, look on Amazon and see.
There's a lot of them in the other places. Right? House?
Yeah. You look
I
up.
got a lot of jewelry and stuff. I mean, I've got $100 worth of jewelry out of them.
Yeah.
And they're 14 karat gold.
Yeah. It's amazing, isn't it?
12 karat gold. They don't even look. They just throw them away.
Some of these books, like these textbooks, like a teacher's edition textbook, man, you look on Amazon, man, you could probably make some money doing that. Yeah, little collectibles.
Action figures and stuff. I saved them because they're worth $100.
I went over to the Salvation Army over on Holcomb.
Yeah.
And they left their gate open. They're leaving their gate open now. And I didn't think there was anything in the dumpster, and I pulled out a tote like this.
Yeah.
I was just getting a tote for me to use. And
all kinds of junk.
a bunch of factory seal Hot Wheels and stuff. I can't believe they threw it away.
Stuff over an hour.
Huh?
Is there still stuff over an hour?
No, it was a pretty dead dumpster. The Salvation Army don't throw away a whole lot compared to some of these other places. I mean, they might, but I was surprised to see that. It wasn't much in that dumpster, but the gate is open, so I mean, they don't got no signs up or nothing. So if the cops came and you're just friendly to the cops, I suppose.
Oh, that cops come back here while we go?
Huh? No. I'm just saying, when there's no signs and stuff, if the cops stop and talk to you, if you're just cool to them, they're not really going to do a whole lot. I mean,
they like to harass me for some reason.
Yeah, if you start getting belligerent with them and stuff. And,
oh, I don't usually. Actually, I'm really nice usually.
Yeah. You don't want to test them. I know they.
Just walking through here.
Yeah.
Nice.
Here at the library. Actually, some nice books. They'll be happy to see them. And if not, they'll just throw them in their recycling truck. Bible action. Fence for Dummies. That might be sellable for a few bucks or so. Last time I looked, these weren't all that valuable, just because there's so many of them. As far as resale online, anyways, they're not that valuable. I would have a look at these books here, Bible Times and Renaissance, but National Geographic, that means there's millions of them out there. That book's a little dirty. I could sell it on Amazon and maybe make a book or two. What's the copyright on this thing? That's 1952. Actually, I'm gonna take that one home as well. Another National Geographic. I probably should check the pages, make sure there's not $100 bills stuffed in there. Junk Chic. That's actually a pretty cool little book, I bet. One man's junk is another man's treasure. Huh. It's actually a neat book, I suppose. Alrighty then. This thrift store is for the Arkansas Council of the Blind. And they've actually had a lot of problems with people just dumping their garbage back here at their donation place. There was a big story on the news about it. And it looks like they've moved their entire they've moved their entire thing inside, it would appear. There was people that would just come here and dump just their old mattresses and furniture, you know, stuff that belonged in a landfill, and they just pile it up here. I don't see their donation bin anywhere. They used to have donation bins out here. I wonder if this place is still open. Ah, they moved it over here to the other side. And they put a big spotlight on it. Okay, this all used to be on the other side. Like I was saying, they've had serious problems with people just dumping their garbage here. They really don't like people getting in this dumpster. And it's not so much the dumpster divers and the scrappers. It's, like I said, all the big time problems they've had with people just dumping their garbage back there. It makes them freak out on everybody else. And that's actually kind of a common thing with dumpster diving. It's the people who illegally dump stuff that really makes property owners angry. And then they'll turn around and see just a dumpster diver minding their own business and flip out on them. So if someone ever approaches you while you're doing this, just always take the submissive and always be super polite and just try to leave as quickly as possible. And don't ever throw stuff out here on the ground and make a mess, because you will get a ticket if you really want to. This is the Compassion Center. That's a huge thrift store. I think they're having problems with people dumping their garbage too. See the sign? Dumping prohibited. And that's what really makes these places angry. I would be willing to say they could probably actually care less about dumpster divers and people that are taking things away from the garbage. See, they put these no trespassing signs up here. And that dumpster's unlocked. And I'm not about to jump in there with those no trespassing signs, even though that probably has nothing to do with dumpster diving and trash picking. I'm sure they're just having problems with people dumping their junk, their garbage that belongs in a landfill, you know, and instead of paying a landfill fee, they just bring a load of junk here and just throw it on their property. Samaritan Shop. Grace-driven nonprofit organization that serves the hungry and hurting of Northwest Arkansas through a compassionate community of staff and volunteers. Some neat little flower pots I saw there right off the bat. Whoa! Hope that wasn't anything valuable. Crunch something down here. Ah, piece of plastic. Hey, that's a nice little flower pot. Oh, it's got a chip in it, but that's no big deal. It's not really sellable, but that's definitely usable. I mean, just turn it around, you know. It's got a couple little chips, but like that. There's nothing wrong with that. As far as personal use, but that's definitely why it's in the dumpster, because they need to sell stuff, you know. Hey, there's a neat little one too. Look at that. Made in Portugal. That's from Bath and Body Works. It's actually in perfect condition. I'm surprised that they would throw that in the garbage. Huh. It's got one tiny little mark on it. Well, that one would be sellable. Bath and Body Works. Sure, that's probably $15 new, maybe more. I don't know. Piece of scrap metal. another crate. Oh, shoot. It's kind of beat up, I suppose. If that was a little cleaner, that'd be sellable. Looks like there's just a bunch of rubbish in here tonight. I think this place actually has an employee that goes through this dumpster himself. Goodwill action. It's about 1 in the morning on Saturday night. So I'm probably not gonna jump in here. There's cops literally all over the highway out there. And they're gonna be driving by here. And they really won't have a problem with you doing it. But that doesn't mean I want to have a confrontation with anyone. When I dumpster dive, my number one goal is to avoid confrontations with all people. In and out. That's the best way to do it. Yahtzee! Interesting thing I realized about these cords missing. I think Goodwill may have adopted a policy of cutting the cords off of stuff. They never did that for 8 or 9 years. I haven't been back to this place in a long time. I kind of avoid it because oh my goodness. That didn't get anyone's attention. I kind of avoid these places because it's so popular for other people to come here and get stuff. I just kind of leave it alone because I have the ability to just go so many other different places and get plenty of stuff. I kind of leave this for other people. But I hadn't been here for a while when I made that Goodwill dumpster video. And hey, that's stainless steel right there. Actually, take that. That's an expensive air purifier there. I think that's a bacteria killer as well as an air purifier. That's what those stainless steel blades are for. I think it's probably got a light bulb in there too somewhere. Anyways, I think that's a sharper image. Yeah, those are pretty good ones. But anyways, I'm pretty sure Goodwill has started cutting the cords off. And hopefully they're at least taking that stuff to the scrapyard and I'm just not putting it in some other garbage somewhere. I think that's a new policy they adopted. When I was here last time, I was telling all the viewers that some other scrapper had got here before me and had cut those cords. But I think that's actually the result of the Goodwill employees are actually doing that. Look at these blender motors. These blender motors are unbelievable. There's just so many of these things all over the place. Oh, you're kidding me. What a moron. This is a total moron. I'm trying to be all quiet. Back here honking the horn with my elbow. But those blender motors, they're all over the place. Apartment complexes, just those blender motors. It's unbelievable how many of those are out there. It might be between blender motors and those vacuum cleaners. Those are two of the most, and microwaves. Those are some of the most common things you see just all over. There's some insulated copper wire right there a little bit. Gotta go ahead and take that little bit of cord right there. Who knows what could be down in here if I want to dig through here, but this video is already long enough. If you missed my Goodwill dumpster video where I dug through a dumpster similar to this, I'll link it down in the description if you want to check that out. I've already had enough fun for one night. I want to get in there and dig around. I'm just gonna get out of here. I probably already spent more time than I like at this time of night, Saturday night. Kind of surprised the cop hasn't drove by yet. I see some lights right there. There was some over here when I first pulled in. There was a cop sitting right on their side of this van and all over the place. So if you haven't noticed, my tote keeps getting empty somehow. It's because I keep swinging by my place and unloading. None of these places are very far away from where I live, so it's not that big of a deal. And you throw in the fact that you can work your way back home as well. It's really not any or very little, there's very little wasted movement, so that explains how I get away with not using a truck or a car. But this video is just about thrift stores. But to go out and try to hit 400, 500 dumpsters in a car or a truck, it's just simply not possible to do without some sort of two-wheel vehicle. Okay, what I'm gonna do now is actually, there's a couple more Goodwills and a Salvation Army, but they're quite a ways away. But since I'm making a video just about thrift stores, let's go have a look at them too. So this other Goodwill is about 5 minutes away from my house. Looks like we've got competition. What's up, man? Anything good?
Yep.
Yeah? I'm making a YouTube video. I'll edit you out of it if you don't want to be on it.
Yeah.
You don't want to be on it? Alright. You ain't on it then. Alright, well, that ends that. Here's another giant thrift store. I don't know what it's like where you live, but where I live, there's just giant thrift stores just all over the place. And they all are doing it off of donations from people. I mean, that's just that thing's just packed full of stuff. When this place first moved into town or first opened, they put up these cardboard bins at all the apartment complexes around here for people to put donations in. But for some reason it just didn't work. And I think the apartment complexes got tired of dealing with it. That's a bunch of garbage. I think this other dumpster belongs to a restaurant. Hey, there's one of those wood crates. It's all moldy though. It's another one of those Mexican produce made in Mexico crates. It's nastified. Here's the other Salvation Army. And as you can see, people dumping their garbage at these places is a major problem for them. There's no doubt in my mind there's cameras fixed on this location. And they've got their fence closed. I don't know if the camera can pick it up or not, but there's 2 industrial dumpsters right there. The yellow one in back is marked TRG, and that's a scrapyard about 25 miles to my north. Well, actually, no, they got a location down here just a couple miles, I guess. That's where that's probably gonna go. And there's scrap metal packed full, sticking out of the top of that yellow one. I can just see it. So someone in the comments told me that the Salvation Army takes their stuff to a scrapyard, all their metal items to a scrapyard, and that looks to be true here where I live. Now this brown one in front is going to be a garbage dumpster, and I'd like to go look in there. I don't think I should probably jump this fence, even though I just want to go look. Cop drove by or something, not be good. Even though I was just making a video, you know, but anyways, I'll come by here sometime in the day and peek in that big garbage container. But absolutely no doubt there's tons of scrap metal in that yellow one back there. Here's the 3rd Goodwill. Big place. Now we're gonna go around back, and there's no telling what we might run into back there. There could be a pack of scrappers and divers back there. Let's go find out. Yep. Look at this mess. Look at all this stuff they get. A lot of it's just stuff that people dump here just to get rid of it. These people are gonna, I think this one's already been well picked though. I'll let these people have their way with it. What's up, man? Hey, what's up? I thought this dumpster looked like it was picked already. Hey, you can have it, man. You can have it. I'm probably about the 6th or 7th person that's been through here. I don't think those people are scrappers though. I think they're just looking for stuff, good usable stuff to have. Scrappers would have taken all this stuff here. That was loud, huh? There's a video game store that throws stuff in here sometimes, but it shares it with this restaurant, and it's just absolutely foul. Just, it doesn't get any more disgusting than this kind of dumpster. Well, I guess they didn't want to check this dumpster out. I'm pretty sure all the good stuff has been taken. That's a neat little basket though. It's kind of old, it's kind of moldy, I think. It's kind of nasty. Oh, there's a shredder. Nice bits of scrap metal. A little vacuum motor. There's some kind of paint thinner or something in here. It's got a real bad smell. It smells like rubber cement in here. That's a Christmas tree stand. I'm gonna set that on the curb for somebody. That's actually a good quality stand right there. Alright. Good enough. I think there's a jar of cement. I think there's a jar of rubber cement that has been opened in here. So I'm gonna end it with that. But see all this stuff here? This is just stuff that people dump. You know, it's stuff that probably belongs in a landfill or some sort of recycling. But people just dump it so they don't have to pay to get rid of it or deal with it. Just dump it here and make it someone else's problem. And that's what makes it hard on dumpster divers and trash pickers. The people that make it a problem.
Thanks for watching.